Hey everyone, welcome to the week ahead video, which is timeless whenever you see it, whenever you need to see it. But this is a general forecast for the week ahead, what to expect. So first off the bat, I'm getting that people aren't doing what's true to them still. And I think it's been a bit of a theme, hasn't it, over the past few months. So today ask yourself, where are you not being authentic with you and what you want to do? I feel like we're still trying to break away from the people-pleasing mentality and doing too much of the things that we don't find fulfilling. And I know it's hard because we have our 3D responsibilities and we've got our boring jobs to go to, blah, blah, blah. But you just need to make little tweaks. If you've been doing it, that's great. Just make a few more tweaks. And bring that focus to the forefront instead of, you know how we like go through everyday motion, we'll wake up and then we're like, I gotta get ready for work, I gotta pack my snacks, you know, and stuff like that. Like we're just getting too caught up in that. We're not scheduling enough time just to like even 10 minutes a day just to go, okay, forward planning. If I could do anything I wanted to do right now, what would that be? And not be so connected to the, I don't know how I can make that happen. It's just an exercise of dreaming, basically. We need to be dreaming more and dreaming more about the things that we want. And it's almost like just making, you know, a piece of paper, have a little journal for this. If I could do anything I wanted to do right now, what would that be? And disconnect from that ego's voice saying, but you don't have it now, or you can't have it, or you'll never have it. Disconnect from that, exercising and connecting more to higher consciousness. And this is the way that we have to do it. We can't do it any other way. Like if you're not happy with where you are right now, then that exercise is specifically for you. I need to be doing it too. Like we all need to be doing it. You know, I'm going to do it as soon as I finish this video. Because I've just channeled this message through and I'm feeling it really heavy. Like it's a very important pivotal message that's going to help cultivate, shape your future of how you want it to look. And we can only do that in the here and now, in the present moment. And so I've got a croaky throat. I went out drinking last night. I admit it. Okay, so this week ahead, we've got Uranus energy. Stir up the situation, be open to new ideas about, invent a way to, like it gives like little leading keywords here, which is kind of exactly what we've been talking about. So we've got that energy of Uranus assisting us this week to help achieve what we want, and to do so, you know, backed up with the Libra energy of balance in achieving that and making that happen. Libra energy can be very indecisive and defensive as well. So try to let that part of you go. You know, Uranus energy wants to liberate you from how things have been done. And you can only do that by doing something different. I just feel like, I don't know, getting these feelings, but it's like such an urgency. There's such an urgency for this. I just feel like people are at like a pivotal, like, and I just had a little click, like I don't know how to describe it, but if you had a stand and a plate and it was balanced, kind of like, oh, the scales, right? And then say it's flat, but it's like it's on a plate. And then, you know, you shift into the middle more and you're balancing the stuff you don't want to have to deal with every day. You know, say that's on your left, and the stuff you want to do, you're building that up more, it's on the right. So it's starting to balance out a bit more. And eventually, when you've built up enough of the practices and, you know, you're doing enough of what you want to do, that shift, the plate will tip into your favor, into where you want to go. But by doing small little things, putting small little things on that right side, it's slowly going to balance out your energy. It's going to build up more confidence for your future. You're going to be thinking more, oh, yes, I know I need to invest more time and energy into where I want to go. Those thoughts, not so much the actions, it's the thoughts. Does that make sense? Like, yeah, we're actioning it by writing what we want to do. That's an action. But the hardest part for us is connecting to those thoughts, to draw that spiritual energy down of like, what do I actually want to do right now? Oh, looks like I'm going to these cards. So, you know, example, I'm a little bit tired from going to bed late last night, but I really wanted to do this reading. Like, you know, that's an inspired action. It doesn't feel heavy in my energy. It makes me feel more connected to you when you're watching it, more connected to the spirit realm. It makes me feel more balanced. You know, it's, I feel at peace doing it. And that's what we're kind of, the aim is. I hope I'm making sense. It's just doing those little things when you can, when it feels right. And just, if you struggle with doing that, you just need to write it down. What do I want to be doing? Like, I love feeling free. And it's funny, the more, I don't often go out. But then when you go out, there's such a disconnect between who I am and like general people out there. You know, it is what it is. No one's better or worse, but I don't understand people anymore. Like, the more I do this spiritual stuff, the more I disconnect from people in, you know, the everyday world. Like, I remember being kind of like you, and I don't get it. So, first card out. Oh, I knew it was going to be a name I couldn't pronounce. So, whatever that says, I don't know. Let me try to find the meaning. It's just, there's such a shift and a change and a focus, you know, of where we want to go, and we're being rewarded. So the more energy and effort you put into it, you're tipping those scales into a life that you actually desire, rather than just going through the everyday motions. And you won't get impatient because you're doing little tasks that feel right in your body. So you're not seeking that instant gratification of, where's my reward? Where's my reward? Michelle said, if I put all these little things on the plate to the right, it's going to tip in my favor. What a lying bitch. You know, it's not like that. It's just you're feeling in your body, okay, this feels right for me to do right now. Oh, I'm literally going to go into the woods and just disappear for like a couple of hours. That feels right to me in my body now. I may be tired, but that's what my soul wants me to do. So I'll just go do it because I just want peace. It's those things. And because you're literally getting, your body's like, yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, that's what's going to recharge me. So when you do that, you're actually getting an instant payoff. Does that make sense? So you're not going, where's my goods? Where's my fame? Or where's my whatever? Because you're connecting to each and every moment. Let's see. Oh my God, I was just about to say, let's see if this card goes with what I just said. And then the first line I read was, whatever that name is, Goddess of Space and Infinite Possibilities. So this card was upright. You have learned the art of creating space and are experiencing the cosmos that exists inside you. This name comes to you in deep meditation, in profound nature, in oceans and in silence. Her stillness guides you to enter deeper into the cosmic web of potentials that exist for you in the present moment. Continue making time for whatever brings you to a point of total stillness. Wow. This is where your true self resides. Know that you are not just part of the earth, but the earth is also a part of you. That's beautiful. And you are lovingly held by her presence. So for any of you that feel alone, you know, I know it's horrible if you feel alone for someone to say, you're not alone. And then you're like, fuck you. Yeah, I am. But you know what I mean? Like, you guys are more connected to the spirit realm. Anyway, you already know you're not alone. It's funny, I was shuffling these cards before I started filming, and like literally, this is the Divine Feminine Oracle. They were so chatty. Like, they have got so much to say. The Divine Feminine has so much to say. I don't think I'll be able to say it all. So please, the most prevalent message come out. And I'm just hearing rest, and it's just all connected to that present moment, stillness, connecting to, oh God, I can't shuffle today, connected to your needs and your wants in each and every moment. And you know, it's nice hearing, Jessica, I know you said that you took my advice and you took some time off from work, and that's exactly what, you know, you needed, and I love hearing stuff like that. So thank you for letting me know and for taking that time out for you. Sappho, the poetess. I love every inch of my body. Oh, yeah. And I love the woman in my life fiercely. So this is like about divine feminine support. Who's your backup? Who is your backup? Yeah, you're not alone, but who is your soul sister that will back you? Who do you go to when you need that love and support, attention, and that nurturing that you give yourself? I hate this book because I can never find... There we go. Oh, I found it. Thank you. Take that back. 181 was it? Perfect. Yeah, who's your support? For some of you, I'm hearing maternal support, grandma. Could be just a mother figure. Could be like literally the lady next door that you grew up with, in case, you know, you don't have your mother around anymore. Who is that support for you? I'm hearing check in with them, because you might need to be a support to them. But also, you know, equally, who's supporting you? That was something that came up before I started to film, was and I doubt it, but for some reason they want me to say, if some of us might be a little bit selfish lately. I hate saying this because I know that we're like so giving, but it's just, I don't know why it's coming out. Or it could just be someone around you. So it's just kind of check yourself and your behavior, and you might be taking too much from someone or might be putting too much on someone. It's something like that. It's like, just be a little bit more wary about maybe your silent demands towards people. I think we need to be a little bit kinder this week. I think that might be what it be. It's the imbalance. And the thing is, if your life has been imbalanced for so long, you know, we can sometimes silently demand energy or time or answers or whatever from people. And everyone's not on our level. You know, we are all at different stages in our life. So, yeah, I'm just kind of hearing don't be so demanding this week. Because I think there's some really hard planetary aspects happening, especially this day as I'm filming it. And it might make us act a little bit irrationally. Yeah. Okay. So Sappho is celebrated for the sexuality and sensuality in her poetry, especially her love for women and the female body. Fill the goblet up. These laughing lips shall kiss the brim. Come, Venus, come. It's a very Venusian energy. This is one of the fragments that remain of her voluminous collection of poetry. Her poetry was publicly burned because the church leaders thought that it was scandalized by its erotic nature and that the author was a woman. So this is about claiming back your words. You know, like sexuality and sensuality has been twisted by the patriarchy for so long, and it has disempowered women. Whereas, you know, wearing red or wearing red lipstick, you know, they've sexualized that. But it was actually about divine feminine potential and power. And it was a symbol of power. Well, it is a symbol of power. I wear it, you know. And then the patriarchy twisted into, oh, it's to attract a man. I don't want to attract a man. I really couldn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's like, this is really taking your power back. You know, wearing things that you want to wear because it makes you feel sexy. I mean, I feel the same. Like, You know, I had another douchebag, like, kind of following me around a couple of weeks ago, and it shook me a bit, and it makes you question, what do I wear? What do I say? Where do I need to pull back? It's like, no, fuck that. That's their issues if they take things the wrong way. You know, you can't control what other people feel, hear, or see. Because I could be saying certain words, but in their mind, they could be twisting it, you know, because of their perceptions. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's about standing in our power and connecting to what makes us feel sexy and sensual and powerful. And how do you do it? It could be the red lipstick. So she's about calling your power back, and even though certain things make you feel uncomfortable, and I mean, that's like a lot of the reasons why people love doing belly dancing, because it's sexy and it's safe because you're doing it with a group of women. It's like a bonding activity. It's accessing your spiritual sacred power in a safe place. You know, sexuality is for us. It's not about sex. It's about feeling sexy. And it's about taking your power back if we've lost some of that. Hunter of honor. And that's exactly right. I just think it's a lot to do with programming and past lives and being mistreated and things taken. You know that with the patriarchy, men make everything about them. Like, it's just exhausting. And I think that's where we're getting all our power back from. And it's a challenge. We've got the spirit of challenge here. It's a challenge because look at that. To me, that picture is just, I feel like it's an owl on top of a man, but it does look threatening and menacing and aggressive, you know, and that's kind of how women have been treated for so long, which guys never, ever, ever understand because they've never really had it happen to them. But see, we have like the star here, Shaman of the Star. It's a healing time. If you were to feel this energy deeply or to call this back, or if you're working through any emotions this week because of anything to do with what I've just said, it's healing to go through it. The feelings, it may not feel like it at the time, but just try to open yourself up to accepting something better and to accepting change, because there's fragments of this that we've all experienced. Even if we were like, you know, you've been guys in past lives too, because it's that whole yin yang balance thing, you know, where you might have been doing something towards women, like you just don't know. It's all a part of that karmic balance, right? I saw one of my past lives where I was being paid off while people were getting beaten up. I tell you what, it's harder to know that you did something like that in a past life as opposed to actually having it been done to you. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I've seen a lot of past lives where I've been murdered by men, framed, killed. Once I was a 14-year-old boy in Africa, and I climbed up a tree to kind of save myself from being eaten by a lion. Then eventually I fell asleep and they were waiting for me down there, and that's how I died, you know. So all different endings, but a lot of them toxic. A lot of them toxic. People out to get you and stuff like that. So you have to bring, you know, even me talking about that now is making me feel uncomfortable. So if anything comes up for you this week, you got to let it come up because it needs to be released. And you can't don't shove it back down. Transform it. Transform it to connecting back to your original self. Let's get some animal messages. Weasel. Be silent again. Pay attention and simply observe with your eyes. So we're being asked to not do too much this week. Observe with your eyes and ears and physical feelings what is happening inside and around you. A lot of quietness. It's just processing. Ladybug, this is a time of good fortune and abundance, so be willing to receive all the good things in your life. And this aligns with the keep your heart open, keep your head open, keep your space open. When you have peace, you'll be amazed at the messages that come through. So I think that's why they're suggesting a walk. So I'm going to do that today as well. I don't know about you, but I used to do that when I was a lot younger. I just found so much solace and peace and clarity in walking, the walking meditation. Excuse me. It really connects you back to yourself and what you want and what you need. It's just beautiful, quiet time, very, peaceful time. I just feel like that's what we really need to do this week. Got the polar bear. Stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately, with no attachment to outcome. And that's the Uranus energy, speaking our truth, speaking up for what's right, with what's going on in the world. More people need to speak up. And it's funny because, I've always had, and I've kind of got it now with the cough. Having throat chakra issues, which are also past life related, and the divine feminine being suppressed, I just feel like there's so much healing within us. There's so much, see the moons, on the chest and in the stomach and near the throat chakra. There's so much that wants to come to the surface, but we have to make room to let it and create those opportunities. So have a fantastic week. Let me know how you go, and I'll see you soon. Bye.